You know an element is pretty cool when it's named after a rascally mythological goblin. I'm talking about cobalt. Now, cobalt is not an element that you hear much of despite its many important uses. In fact, we couldn't live without it. Personally though, I'm a fan of cobalt for its rather colorful personality. Yes, I just said an element has a personality. No, I'm not crazy. Stay with me, let me explain. Cobalt has been used since ancient times as a colorant in glass and paints, producing a rich, deep blue color, probably the color that most people would associate with cobalt. However, starting in the late 1700s, scientists discovered how to extract cobalt and quickly learned of many colored pigments that it could make. Along with a variety of blue hues, there is a cobalt green, violet, and also a cobalt yellow. These pigments quickly gained traction during the Impressionist era and can be found in many works of art from artists such as Van Gogh, Renoir, and Monet. So how is it possible that one single element can produce such a range of colors? Let's take a quick refresher on how things exhibit color in the first place. When light strikes an object, certain colors of the visible spectrum are absorbed and others are reflected back. It is these reflected ones that we observe and interpret as an object's color. The wavelengths that cobalt absorbs and reflects are determined by how many electrons it has and where it keeps them, but also on its relationship with the environment, the way in which it interacts with its neighbors and their electrons. Think of all the interactions you have that cause your appearance and behavior to change. You likely dress differently for work than you do when you're at home or going out. You communicate with your boss differently than you would your best friend. Even though you may act and appear different in each situation, you remain the same person. In much the same way, cobalt's colors are a result of its interactions. It's no surprise then that other elements can have chemical personalities. Cobalt is not the only element that can make blue, a fact that helps cement chemistry's importance in art sleuthing. One of the most fascinating forgery cases is that of Han van Meegeren. He made millions by passing off his own work as that of the late artist Johannes Vermeer. Upon analysis, it was determined that he used the pigment cobalt blue, which was his mistake, because that pigment was not discovered until well after Vermeer's time. So it proved that even the most respected art historians and critics could be fooled, but not the science. While I'm an art enthusiast, I am also a proud chemist, salsa dancer, and cat lover. Not just Amanda. In the same way that cobalt is not just element 27. It wears many hats and has a personality that is responsible for coloring our world.